So to me, there's nobody more deserving to be in the Lake Catholic Athletic Hall of Fame than Mike. The first time I saw Mike was probably in the weight room going into our freshman year. And he was already at like a whole nother level from everybody else. And I remember, back then, if you could get the 45 plates on there as a young guy, like you felt like a big guy. And I was like, I could barely put anything on the bar. And Mike had the 45s on there, and he was repping bench press, and it was like, this kid is a monster. The description of him that I remember reading in a newspaper article one time from another coach, it called him a dynamo. It's like, all right, that's a great description from him, because this guy is just all over the field. He could always be where he needed to be when he needed to be there. And it's just something I've never seen before.
Honestly, I can go back to, the time I was a real little kid, and I was pretty much, born and raised here at Lake Catholic. Once I was at the high school, just being around my friends day in and day out, all the bus rides, the trips, the pep rallies, the 6 a.m. workouts, all the good times, the tough times kind of made me who I am today. And in my position right now as a football coach, I'm trying to give that back, to the high school players that I come across on a daily basis. So again, everything that I'm doing now, I learned from Lake Catholic. So I'm very, thankful for that.
He led us in tackles. He played fullback. He took fakes in there for, Mark Petrozello on our beautiful Giants elite play. And I think, what he did afterwards and went on to college at Mount Union, becoming an All-American and national champion. It was that attitude and mentality, I think. It started from his dad and his brothers and his family. Lake Catholic meant a lot to him, like all of us. And, it showed in that 2001 season.
So I think, really with Mike, I think a lot of it comes back to like that family aspect. And, I came in not knowing anybody in the school or in the program. And for somebody like Mike who grew up here, he was on the sidelines for every game. He'd been in the weight room forever. For somebody like that to embrace somebody new, and a lot of guys new coming in, and kind of teach us the culture and teach us what it was to be somebody at Lake Catholic, to be part of Lake Catholic football. I mean, Mike's a big reason for that. And I think, a lot of our success we can attribute to guys like him and the leadership, not only later on in his career, but, early on as well, and kind of getting everybody rallied together and helping us, form a group.
Yeah, obviously, I'd love to thank my parents, Pat and John, such a huge impact on me growing up, and you guys sacrificed so much for me to be able to go to this great school, and always put me around great people, and I'm just so thankful for everything you guys were able to give me and provide me, the toughness, the leadership. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to all my coaches, Coach Lombardo, Coach Bell, Coach Lonkar, all the guys that helped make me the best I could be, make my teammates the best we could be. Thank you so much. And to my teammates, thank you guys for everything you guys were able to give me. Love you guys, and we were able to do it. And looking back on this a number of years later, sometimes you go through life and things get busy, but stop and reflect about what we were able to accomplish, and it was pretty special. So definitely glad we were able to leave our stamp on the program. Thank you to all Lake Catholic teachers and classmates, and this is a special place, and so proud to be a Lake Catholic Cougar, and I always will be.